welcome to run for state rep or state senator. If we got all of you elected, we wouldn't have the problems we have now. But to go on with the schedule, I want to introduce a lady that is serving her third term as our Mass GOP chairman. She serves as Quincy City Council president from a ward where Democrats outnumber Republicans 9-1. She understands the value of building a farm team by electing Republicans at local levels. Has taken an approach that invests in our candidates and our grassroots. May I introduce the Honorable Kristen Hughes.
Thank you, Rep. Wong. Well, I want to thank you for hosting them this evening, and I'm very happy that I'm following Donald. I forgot my heels at my desk, so I'm wearing flats. So I'm very happy I'm not standing next to the governor tonight. Well, thank you. My name is Kirsten Hughes, as Donald said, and I'm the chairman of the Mass GOP. But what's so great about coming into this room is I have known so many of you for so long, and some of you are new friends, but most of you are very old friends. This area is a great red GOP area, so give yourselves a huge hand. I just want to recognize Donald for just a quick moment. Don had a very difficult challenge in the last election cycle, or so we thought, by a, quote, future Democratic rising star, and he beat her by 10 points. So we're very lucky to have Donald, and I know that this area is as well. I'd also like to just acknowledge some other North Shore, I'm from the South Shore, so we'll say North Shore, elected officials who are here with us this evening. Our State Committee National Committee woman, Keiko Oral, State Representative. State Representative Dave Meridian is here. State Representative Lenny Muir. State committee members, or my bosses as I like to say, Paul Ronyakaitis, Joyce Kelly, Amy Carnavale, Joyce Paul, Helen Hatch, Isaiah Helen, Sean Harrington, Sean, where are you? We also have here from Lawrence, Mark and Sue LaPlante. Mark and Sue are here. Also on our state committee, Caroline Colarusso. Caroline is here. For being here, and I just this is such a great opportunity for us to reconnect and think about 2016, which is a great year for our party in nationally as well as in our state. We were able to keep all of our incumbents safe and to add a seat in the legislature, which is something we haven't been able to do in a presidential year in over 30 years. So we're really proud of the work that you all have been doing to help us do that. And you know, gearing up for 17 and for 18 has been a joy when you see Democrats on Beacon Hill taking their first vote to raise their own pay by over 40%. When they talk about doing things like making sanctuary states their most important initiative. When you have Elizabeth Warren running around the country, feverishly raising her arms and flailing around, talking about everything in terms of sanctuary states and giving away the store, giving away our hard-earned money. I think it's going to be a good year for Republicans in 2018. So. I'm excited. So at this time, I want to thank all of you again for all the work that you've done, all the work that I know you're going to do, all the doors you've knocked, all the phone calls you've made, all the checks you've written, all the events like this that you have participated in, and all of the candidates that you have sat with in their living rooms, door knocked with, and supported through those long days and nights of campaigns. So thank you for all the work that you've done, all the work that you're going to do on those campaigns. And now I want to bring up just a real superstar, a true rising star, but a real superstar of our party, somebody without whom we could not work on the grassroots without. The Lieutenant Governor has been out there in every community across the state, signing these community compacts, doing the real work of state government, and she's our superstar, so we are so grateful. Karen Polito.
See so many of you take the time to come out on this beautiful summer night. This room is packed. It's great. It's great to see each other, right? Feels good. I'm so thrilled that we had such a long list of electeds to recognize. And it shows that the grassroots are really strong in electing people and having an incredible farm team of people to call upon to rise up and do even more in the ranks of the Republican Party. So I agree with Kirsten Hughes. The Republican Party is strong here in Essex County in the North Shore, and keep on doing what you're doing because it's working. Yes. This is not an easy job. It's not easy being the chair of the Quincy City Council either. But it is an important job, an important function, and what you were able to accomplish in the last election cycle, gaining a seat in our legislative ranks, is truly a credit to you and the team at Mass GOP. Congratulations to her. That I meet in my travels in the legislature and in this area absolutely loves Donald Wong. And his family has been employing people and, of course, feeding and entertaining people for over 67 years, Donald, in this area. We are enormously grateful. But the hard work of your grandparents and others that came before you is obviously a testament to your family, but you certainly bring that to your work every day in the Massachusetts House of Representatives. You know, certainly working on the Ways and Means Committee had a lot to do with seeing the legislature release a budget today, so thank you for your efforts there. He is also the only elected Republican in the legislature within 128. I didn't know that. Donald Wong, the first Asian Republican in our Massachusetts state legislature. And he formed an Asian caucus in the House of Representatives, first ever in the history of obviously, as a business owner, he brings that mindset to his work. He's very passionate, he's very committed, as are all of you. And serving now as your Lieutenant Governor, I am well informed in my job today because of the work that I did when I was first elected as a selectman in my hometown of Shrewsbury. I know I'm far away from my hometown, but it's the upbringing that I had there, my family's business, the public service that many of my family members gave to my hometown, the public schools, the safe neighborhood that I grew up in. All of that is really the essence of what makes a good community good and what we need to work on in municipal government and in state government to build stronger communities everywhere across our Commonwealth. And when we were running for office, we promised you we would do that. Our campaign message was, let's make Massachusetts great. Not just in some places, but in all the places. North, south, east, and west. From one border to the next. And I feel very confident that we're achieving that in all parts of Massachusetts. To date, I'm proud to say that we have signed 286 of these best practices community compacts between our administration and cities and towns in this Commonwealth. Yep. 26 out of the 34 communities in Essex County have signed up. So I know that I have a few more to get, and I will. We'll get all of Essex County plugged into the best practices program. And we're doing a lot on the ground level just to make these investments from our administration into downtowns and neighborhoods and main streets to grow more jobs and give people more opportunity in all parts of our Commonwealth. Just in Essex County alone, I think we've been able to grant over $30 million in what are called infrastructure grants. These are for public utilities, for intersections, for things that will unleash private dollars and help build out a community, whether it's an industrial park, or bringing more small businesses to downtown, or attracting more appropriate housing in main streets. When we bring more people to a main street location, guess what? They need restaurants and services and other things to live, and that is in itself economic development. But how about on the North Shore? You have many coastal communities. I chair the Seaport Economic Council for our administration. We've been able to hand out maybe $5 million or so in infrastructure grants, from the boardwalk in Salisbury to the harbor plan in Swampscott or Saugus, helping communities along our coastline think about how to better utilize the coastal infrastructure to create more jobs and opportunities for our commercial fishermen, for our blue economy, and all the jobs associated with an industry that was really the first in helping Massachusetts form as a state in the Commonwealth. We've also been able to invest a lot in our schools, helping people plug into the economy that is growing here in Massachusetts. Obviously, technology is changing a lot of what our workplaces look like today. We need to make sure our kids are graduating with the skills that can plug into this work. And I really believe the true measure of our success, as we say we're going to build out a stronger Commonwealth of the cities and towns, is when the next generation, Donald Wong's kids, my kids, your grandkids, can graduate from a great school in this Commonwealth and then find a good job or career that they can build a life around, and then lay their roots in some community in Massachusetts. Maybe it's their hometown community, because the schools are good, because the neighborhoods are safe, because there's good jobs to work at. That will truly be the measurement of success for our administration and for our guys. Because it's all here, right? It's all here in Massachusetts. U.S. News and World Report just ranked their first ranking of states, and they labeled Massachusetts as number 1. And while that ranking is important, and other high rankings as well, it's really how people feel when they wake up every day and go to bed in this Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And that's exactly what Charlie and I think about in our work every single day. We bring a lot of passion to our work, we bring a lot of urgency to our work, but we also have a great team of people, including you, that's helping to keep us on track, staying focused on the work, not getting distracted, and really finding the common ground with our legislative colleagues and partners in municipal government, partners in business, to just get the job done. And you know, when you think about the community work, think about economic development and jobs, we've also got to think about putting our money where our mouth is too, and making Massachusetts state government work for you. There is no better person equipped with the skills than our governor to be able to do that. Massachusetts state government, in my view, and I hope yours as well, is working better than ever on many scores. And other states are taking notice of that, whether it's the opiate addiction crisis that the governor stepped up with very early on in his work to address, or it's fixing the T, which many political people said, run away, it's too hard, it's too complicated, it's too messy, it's too risky. But he did it, he took it on. Or fixing the registries of motor vehicles to make them more accountable and accessible to you. There's a lot of good things that we're getting done. But we have a great governor, he's very popular, but that's not what motivates him to do the work. You elected him to do the job. He brings his passion, his skill, his experience to the work, but most of all, he brings his heart and his commitment to just showing up every day, rolling up the sleeves, not worrying about who gets credit, what the headlines say in the news, but just focusing on the work. That's why he's a popular governor, because he's a great governor, he's a good person, and he's our governor. So please join me.
Thank you very much. And Karen, I just want to thank you on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth for all you do. And just so everybody knows, Karen is from Worcester County. And I hear that every single day. Karen's from Worcester County. And the reason I hear it every day is you may all remember that we actually won the election the morning after Election Day when the votes were finally counted, and they concluded that, yep, in fact, the Baker-Polito ticket got 40,000 more votes than the Coakley-Kerrigan ticket. But Karen pointed out to me that we won Worcester County by 47,000 votes. And therefore, we did pretty well in Essex County too. Let me just be yet the third person to thank Don Wong for all that he does on behalf of the Commonwealth and on behalf of the party. He's a very special man. And you know, it's funny, I ran for governor in 2010, some of you may recall that, some of you worked on that race, and we lost, but we got 42% of the vote, and I never ran into anyone who said they voted for me. In 2014, we got 49% of the vote, which would only be 7% more, and I hardly ever run into anybody who says they didn't vote for me. It's the strangest thing. But to speak to Karen's comment, we've made a lot of progress on a lot of things, but we have a long way to go. And we've had a lot of help from our colleagues, like Don and like Lenny in the legislature, but it matters a lot that you all continue to stand up and play every single day. And I'll just talk a little bit about, now there's Representative Camcorder from Newburyport. Thank you, Jim, for coming down. Representative Meridian is also from Worcester County. We know, Representative, how big you know that is. And Keiko, of course, Keiko Earl, who is in fact not just a representative from Lakeville, but she is also our National Committee woman, and thank you for all you do on behalf of the party. So I want to make sure I have a chance to say hello to some of the rest of you, so I'm going to be mercifully brief here, but let me just say a couple things. One is, Karen mentioned the tea. People said, why would anybody want to fix the tea? It's too messy, it's too difficult, it's too hard. Well, that's exactly why we wanted the job in the first place, to take on some of the things that were too messy and too difficult and too hard. And I'll give you some very simple examples of what that looks like. Before we showed up, the T had never had a conversation with the state about whether or not it would be cheaper to buy stuff off the state's contracts than to buy it themselves. And the T is saving literally millions of dollars by buying things like uniforms and office supplies and diesel gasoline off the state's contracts. The diesel gasoline contract alone, the state pays 60 cents per gallon less than the T used to pay. That's millions and millions of dollars that you are no longer paying to support the MBTA because the T is just buying it off the state's contract. I could do this all day long. You know, we took away a bunch of cell phones that we didn't think were operating and stopped paying for them to see if anybody noticed. Nobody noticed. A whole bunch of servers that didn't really seem to be doing much, but we were paying for. We shut those down. Did anybody notice? Nobody noticed. We called all the major vendors who do business with the team and said we'd like a discount. And they said, well, you know, you're the first person who's ever called me. I've had this contract for 15 years. No one's ever called me and asked me for a discount before. Good for you. You only have to do one thing if you want a discount. And what would that be? It's even better. You only have to do one thing. You're the only client I have in North America that still sends me, faxes me an order and asks me to fax that order back to confirm that you got it. If you'll just go to our website and order off our website the same way everybody else does, you'll get the same discounts everybody else gets. Welcome to the 21st century. It's lots of reform, it's tons of investment in the core system, and a real commitment to performance. And over the course of time, that is going to make a difference for everybody who has to ride the T. And that's 1 million people every day who deserve a lot better than they were getting, and we plan to give them a lot more. Let me just say a couple of other things. Karen also mentioned the registry. yes, we have done a lot of work to reduce the waiting time at the registry. And the reason we did that was very simple. Your time is valuable. Everybody's time is valuable. You should be able to get in and out of there in 30 minutes or less, okay? And over the course of the past year or so, we've managed to get 75% of everybody's in and out in 30 minutes or less. Another 25% is in and out in 60 minutes or less. Almost everybody is in and out in less than an hour. That's the way it ought to be. That's what service looks like. But in addition to that, we put a whole series of initiatives in place to deal with issues around fraudulent identification. And here in Massachusetts, on a bipartisan basis, we got legislation passed under the federal Real ID program. You can't get a license in Massachusetts, you can't get a license in the Commonwealth unless you're here legally, which is how it should be. So we did that with Democrat and Republican votes. Okay, that was a bipartisan issue here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And on the opioid issue, let me just spend a minute on this. This wasn't an issue I ran for governor to work on. It just showed up everywhere I went. No matter how small the room was, or how big the room was, or where I was in Massachusetts, there were people who came up to me and told me stories, terrible, horrible stories. Their definition of hell, about what they had to deal with an addiction. And more often than not, it started with a prescription. It didn't start with somebody buying drugs illegally. It started with somebody getting a prescription for a wisdom tooth, or gum surgery, or a torn shoulder blade, or an ankle injury, or a sports injury. They got prescribed 50, 60, 70, Vicodin, OxyContin, Demerol, with no guidance from anybody but the addictive consequences associated with this stuff. In Massachusetts alone, 4 million opioid prescriptions written in 2013. 4 million. And we said, geez, we gotta talk about this, and B, we gotta do something about it. So we put a program in place to deal with this on the prevention and education front. We're the only state in the country where you can't graduate from dental school, medical school, nursing school, or pharmacy school without taking and passing a course in opioid therapy and pain management. We totally updated our prescription monitoring program, and as a result, far more clinicians and prescribers are using it, and we've seen a 23% reduction year over year in the use of opioid prescriptions here in the Commonwealth of Mass. And guess what? With that, in the first quarter, 2017 over 2016, for the first time in 15 years, we saw a reduction in overdose and deaths as well. This is a terrible issue. We have a long way to go, but we have finally taken a trend, a negative trend that looked like this, year after year after year. Every single number just went up, and it's finally starting to go down. And we've also increased our treatment capacity by about 50%. And one of the things we did was make sure we started to develop treatment capacity in places around the Commonwealth where we never had it before. Now we took this and we showed this program to the National Governors Association. And the National Governors Association showed it to the nation's governors and 46 other governors. It's the most that's ever happened when they've done this. Signed up and said this is a great platform for us, a blueprint for us that we can use to deal with this issue in our states. And I believe it's a big part of the reason why I got asked to serve on the President's Opioid Commission with Governor Christie from New Jersey and Governor Cooper from North Carolina and Patrick Kennedy from Rhode Island and several other experts in the field. And I am hopeful that we will be able to take a lot of the things that have been done in other states, including Massachusetts, and bring those initiatives to the federal level so that we can make this a national set of solutions that we can apply across the rest of the country so that we can beat this scourge down and give so many families and so many individuals back the lives they've lost as a result of this terrible epidemic. And the one final thing I want to say to all of you, Kirsten Hughes mentioned this as well. We are not going to sign a sanctuary state bill. We Democrats, Republicans, Independents, I believe the people in Massachusetts are with us and are with you. And I just want to say in closing how much we appreciate all the work and all the effort that all of you have brought to the competitive position we have here in the Commonwealth, and we look forward to continuing to work with you on a go-forward basis. And we really hope you all have a wonderful summer. Thank you very much, and God bless.
That he said he's going to veto it and he's going to stand against it. It's important to have a governor that stands with the people of Massachusetts in opposing sanctuary cities.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Thank you.
We never left.
Excellent.
Okay.
I think he's one of the best governors we've had in the Commonwealth.
Oh, that's great. And what town are you with? What town? What town?
Revere.
Revere. Okay, great. We're just going to film it. Comments.
Oh, he's a great speaker. Great speaker. It was a great event.
I think he's going to.
I thank Donald Wong for having us tonight.
Yeah, I think he's going to bring some unity on sanctuary cities.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Yep.
Have a great night.
Thank you. Great summer. Have a good summer.
Good job. I promise. I promise. Thank you.
gotta walk around that way.
Describing yourself?
Back here.
Oh, okay.
Let me put it. Let me write it on this for you.
So maybe you guys can help me get some parking opened up across from the State House.
I wish I had that kind of power.
Well, then what good are you? You need to have power if you're going to have your job. If you have no power, you don't have a job.
Beautiful. My first name.
I'm gonna walk out. Why don't you walk out? All right, I'll see you in the morning.